So it's Saturday and it is live trading time with myself and the Chart Hackers team. This is what we're going to do today. Do some dumb shit. Most likely we might long some tops. We're going to look for a couple of scalps, longs or shorts. And most importantly, we're going to have tons of fun here, guys. Let's go. Remember, as always, hit that like, hit the bell, and hit the subscribe here. And I've got some new faces that you guys might not recognize. Well, you recognize this one. There's the muscles. And what has he got today? He's got straight to hell. Is he bearish today?
Not really. I'm like in the middle of nowhere. It's Saturday, so we just trade the day. Yeah.
It feels like that. Okay, let's hear from the Bagel. This is one of our traders in the Chart Hackers. Bullish or bearish today, sir?
Bullish for the weekend, bearish for Monday.
Okay, interesting combination. Look who else is here. We got 𝗵𝗆𝗏 over here. We call her 𝗵𝗆𝗏 because she can't stop passing the Bitfunder challenges. She can't help herself. Bullish or bearish?
I'm feeling a little bullish.
She feels a little bullish. Okay, well, guys, and we've got Heather here as well, bringing up some support in the back. So this is quite a lot of the Chart Hackers team. We're obviously missing a lot of faces. We're a very big team there in the Discord. But guys, Saturdays is all about trading, and this is where you're going to get the action. So let's jump into a Bitcoin situation. Let's see what the market is dishing out for us at the moment. And then we're going to crack on. I'm going to talk Bitcoin. I'm going to show you some updates like those Tahoe shorts from yesterday. Banger. We had a couple of the casino shorts. Absolutely nailed those. 𝗬𝗵𝗿, absolute pumper. We're going to update those, and then we're getting into some setups. Okay, let's go. And 𝗫𝗀𝗀 says it's his birthday month, so maybe we are going to get a bullish November. Now, Banter Bubbles is giving us virtual. This thing absolutely flew for me earlier today. I'm sure some of you guys were still in it. I had some remnants of virtual that I managed to add to yesterday, and we got a nice result out of this one. Let's jump into let's see what BTC is giving us. So not much changes here at the moment. This is BTC on the 2 hour, and you can see we're still sitting at that resistance bar that I gave you guys yesterday, just under that VWAP, and my alarm still hasn't gone off here. I was waiting for this thing to go off for me to give me a trigger to start pressing that long, but subsequently I've been now sitting around waiting for a little bit of action. So what we got at the moment here, BTC, big resistance 110 to about 110.7. So this is our resistance zone. And then support, you can see currently we're actually just holding the bull zone here. And we saw a lot of altcoins do the same on that pullback yesterday. It was a little bit of pressure, but they did pull back, and a lot of them hold that zone down to the 0.5 as well. So right now, weekend support 109.200 for BTC, and then we've got our big 618 there at 108K. Okay, so 109 for me. This is basically the big one today. If we can get a little dip into this, I think we could trigger a little move on some of these altcoins. And then if we start pushing higher, guys, my big conviction short zone 114 and my medium conviction short zone 1125 on BTC at the moment. So keeping it really simple, very tight range at the moment. So we're going to hunt a couple of these alts. Hopefully we're getting a little bit more action out of these alts. The 𝗫𝗀𝗀 says, do we need undies? Guys, you always need undies. And if you're leverage trading, you need multiple pairs. Isn't that right, Jay? I mean, Jay changes 3 or 4 per morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Per session.
Per session, yeah, exactly. Okay, so Jay, look at this. Look at these charts, bro. Look at this stuff. ASR from yesterday. I don't know who gave us this thing. Was it our casino? Okay, here's our shitcoin casino, and you can see this thing AOT is busy flying at the moment, guys. So we're going to give Jay the honors, and I'm going to ask Jay to just give us a little short zone there. It must be close to some kind of rejection. So Jay's going to go fishing. We got Nagel sitting here as well in the back. He's going to look at Dash for us, okay? And so while we're talking here, he's going to start charting a little bit of Dash, and we're going to see if we can play the shitcoin casino reversal game. Okay, we've got a pretty good strike rate with these zones at the moment. And there's ASR. Look at Velo from yesterday. What an absolute
nice
dumper. Okay, this was Velodrome Finance. Look at this, straight into the zone from yesterday. And this is typically what we're looking for here, 17% dump out of our big zone. Now, I think Mia was actually talking to us about this one. She's one of our community members in Chart Hackers, but that was a nice big dumper. So guys, remember the rules. If we're going to play the shitcoin casino game of this 4-hour heat map, it's small size positions, it's very wide stop losses because they can push these things 10 or 15% to the upside, and it's patience as well. Okay, so ideally you want to play these things in isolated positions. And another one was 𝗨𝗨. So this wasn't our shitcoin casino, but 𝗨𝗨 was one of the shorts from yesterday, and I'm sad to say I didn't get this. Okay, it pumped into the zone. Unfortunately, I missed it, and you can see we've got the second push now, and if this rejection holds, it's going to confirm some bearish divergence for us here on 𝗨𝗨. But these were all zones given on the show yesterday for some short areas. So 515 into 540, guys, 𝗨𝗨 traders, if we push back in there, okay, that could be a second bite for you guys. Everyone says we must play the chicken. These guys like Jeff. They absolutely like Jeff. Now, guys, what I did pick up today, let me show you what I got going on here at the moment. Virtual, I took some more profits of this thing. Okay, so you can see this Virtual's fed me $11,200 at the moment. We still got 1.7 left. It's basically like an ATM at the moment. So this has been quite a fun one to play. I've got 𝗬𝗰. I've got pump from yesterday. It hit our zone. It's gone up and down, chopped around now since then. I got hyperliquid also putting me under like a little bit of pressure there. Trump short from yesterday. That is still playing out. I hung on to that for dear life. Aero also choppy. Brett's doing nicely. Hit our zone yesterday afternoon. XRP short, no changes. And ETH, funnily enough, is showing a little bit of strength. Okay, and you can see I'm out of my Bitcoin long as well. So kind of just sitting here waiting for a little bit of a trigger. So what I did pick up here today, guys, was ETH showing a little bit of strength relative to Solana, actually, funnily enough. So that's quite nice because I don't have a Sol long anymore. I closed it on the show yesterday at that resistance, and ETH, fortunately, is still holding its shit together. So I just want to show you guys, like I speak a lot about these bull zones, and we had that little dip yesterday on ETH. Look at that. It held the bull zone there for us. Look at that VWAP and that 382 just holding the zone. So for me, I'm happy to even extend these things down to a 0.5, anything like that. But in terms of trying to keep things bullish, you kind of just want to track that momentum. So that generally helps for us there. So for me, ETH, again, a close under 3.8 is still going to be a cut zone. And you can see I'm sitting in quite a big size now. But what the advantages of this thing is if we start popping through this 3,900 resistance band, we can start adding to ETH, or those of you might want to play a fresh breakout. Obviously, there's the danger of that little rejection, but during the weekend, if we get a little bit of momentum today, we possibly are going to get this push higher into, say, 4,030, maybe even into 4,190 if we get a real pumper this weekend and they don't blow up Venezuela or whatever the latest news is out there at the moment. And we saw some headlines there with the US getting up and close to some military bases around Venezuela there yesterday. So here's the Sol ETH chart. Interestingly, guys, just want to show you. You can see there is weakness now against Solana. Look at this thing. It might be heading a little bit lower here. So definitely something to watch. If we get a breakdown here, that's going to tell us that the current trade needs to be ETH, and it should be outperforming Solana. Okay, so there's a nice one there for you guys. And you can see Sol a little bit weak at the moment. So you can see we exited yesterday at that resistance zone, and now rolling over just a touch. Okay, so a little bit of outperformer on ETH. And if we get a pop, we're obviously going to give that one a go. Now, Blue Vader says, Jeff gets renewed weekly. Well, it's still the same Jeff. We actually didn't eat him. I know we should have eaten him. Disaster. Can we mute your phone there, Nagel? Do you mind?
Sorry.
You want to take the call? You must let us know if you want to take the call, bro. Okay, let's get Jay. Jay, can you give us your thoughts on this AIoT situation?
Yeah, I'm busy looking at it now. Let me just share the screen here for you. So currently, it's like had a really long consolidation here, and then now it's just started this breakout. So we would normally short the living crap out of these tokens. But it seems like on the daily, especially if you look at our charm prime oscillator over here, there we go. Like, I mean, the move is kind of just starting, right? So, I mean, it's above the 50% level now. We have bullish divergence here. But on the, the 6 hour, it's almost at that overbought level. So for me, I would love to even try get a squeeze more out of this thing. So on the 15-minute, we do see it's a little bit cooked. 1 hour, we have bearish divergence and a reversal print here, but it's only on the 1 hour though. So I know that you like it on the 4 hour, just in case we get that chaos situation that's shit the ceiling. Like, I really want that. I hate being trapped in a token like this, and then it's running like 30x. And
you're absolutely done.
You're done. It's really sweaty time. And then you wake up to
what
alarms,
are we
alarms and
do?
emails. So for like this, I mean, it definitely can roll over because this is like, you know, that undercarriage, and it can roll over here. But, you know, for me, when I try to play these, I try to wait for a little dip and then a consolidation and then play up to the bigger 618 zone. So for me, I love to short these shit coins off the 50 and the 100 and into that 786 and trend. For me, that is a divine zone to short these shit coins casinos. So here is the undercarriage. Here is your 786. Here is the 50-day. Here is the 100-day. And here is a beautiful trend line from the high as well. So this is where I'm going to be shorting.
Still a big push to the upside. Okay, so
still a big push, yeah.
What's the percent there to the upside?
It's about 20% still to the upside on this one. So for me, I'm going to attempt to either we look for a scalp short and not one that, like, you know, like we did with, was that PBH, right? That literally collapsed like 40-50%. I'm not too sure we'll get that one with this one. Maybe we'll have a small dip down and then the continuation back up for the bigger short. So in the chart hackers, what I will do is I will give them a long entry, and then here on the show we can maybe give them the short entry.
Okay,
that sounds good. Yeah, so the short entry for this, our short entry for this one, guys, I will start here at 84 cents. That will be lining up with that 50-day over there, and then you would need to be using this on maybe 4x leverage because they're going to come and squeeze you to that 786 and trend. You know, so I would love to get this at max extension and then the capitulation to the downside on this, because the daily still has quite a lot of room. And
I need an entry, bro.
Yep, 84.
There it comes. 0.84. Okay,
that's
0.84.
And then another order up, guys, around 91. So use 4x leverage on this one, and it's time to pray to Jesus or order Licky's underpants.
Okay, I'm locking this in here on Blowfin. Let me show the guys what I'm doing here at the moment. Okay, so you can do degen things on WeX, you can do degen things on Blowfin, and we like to do a combination of these. That 𝗏𝗲 absolute slapper that we had yesterday was on Blowfin. That was a nice banger. Here's the order. So this is AIOT, and you can see there I've preset some orders. You can see I'm running this 3x leverage. Look at the top right hand side. And those of you that are relatively new to leverage trading, what I suggest is you can put this on isolated. Okay, you see there, isolated. The new traders put it on isolated so they don't liquidate your entire account if you are wrong. Because remember, we are playing a game here, but we are looking for these types of results. Okay, sometimes they're going to send these things a little bit higher and put you guys under pressure. Okay, so just protect your accounts. There's 84 and 91, and you can see I'm in BCH short still from the other day, and we were joking and talking about this thing being a very difficult token to short, and I'm finding it now because I don't trade BCH that much, and this BCH is like really choppy, and it's just another sign like you need a very good entry if you want to ride this pony, this BCH. I mean, you can see the size of the moves in this thing. Look, I'm trying to wait for this to like really capitulate. I mean, all we're getting is little 6% moves, so I'm hanging in
every time we try to short this thing. It's such a bitch. That's why I call it bitch coin, because it's really it's terrible.
I want to bring this thing all the way down here to like 500 or something. You know, I mean, I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for much. Unfortunately, it means the market needs to roll over with this stuff. So let's look at a couple of setups. So the one sort of scalpy thing that I was looking at earlier was this dupe. I mean, are we going to have a round 2 on dupe? I tried this one yesterday and I eventually cut. But look at this thing. It was actually quite close into holding that bull zone. Look at that there. So it's popping around those VWAPs, and that is what we want to watch. So what I did pick up here on dupe, and now it hasn't been an extreme overperformer, but what I have picked up here is a tiny little reversal. So I'm contemplating have a little crack here at this dupe, and maybe we get a short-term move. Planning Project says, who's the new face? Well, this is an old face in the Chart Hackers Discord. This is the Bagel, okay? But yeah, you maybe haven't seen him a bit on YouTube, but he's going to give us a setup. And fuck me, we're gonna take it. Best that works, bro. No pressure.
No pressure. And you gave me the worst token on the planet to short.
Okay, no, we're gonna look at it. You don't have to commit to that one. I want you to look at it, but I'm sure you brought us another setup. But I'm contemplating having a crack here on this dupe, unless you guys can find something a little bit more spicy for me. But looking for a little short-term pumper. 𝗏𝗏, are you ready to give us something here? Okay, let's. Okay, you're gonna have to share your screen there. And Jason's when entering us. Jason, I'm working on it, bro. I'm contemplating this dupe situation. Okay, let's bring 𝗏𝗏's situation. Okay, I like the new guy.
Okay,
he likes the new guy. Okay.
Okay, I'm having a look at Dash here. Obviously, my background is Elliott Wave, so I'm looking at the structure, and it's actually not what we call an impulse. It's actually quite a massive ABC. ABC structures like to hit the 100% extension. So what I'm watching for is this big red line here is a 236, which is resistance all the way from the top here. This thing is in a lifetime downtrend, so it's quite nice to see that it's actually waking up. But it's coming into the 236 from the top there. And what I'm actually going to watch for here, if I pull up the oscillator, it is coming up here as oversold. But what I like to watch for is maybe let this thing come down a little bit. As this thing comes down, maybe we get a little bit of a retrace here. Try and test these levels that it just broke out over here. Okay. Then this hopefully comes up. We come up to catch this 100% extension. We get various divergence. And then we can catch the short down. So I'm looking to start maybe building a short position here in and around $80. Let me just find the short tool. That's what I'll do there. And I'll play this on super low leverage is what I would do. And the reason why I say that is if we look at max extension from here, there is a possibility that we might want to come and visit this 3A2 as well. So I would play this carefully because if that level fails, this could be that. But yeah, I mean, to think that we're going to push up from where we are now, another 74%. Okay,
give me an entry. I'm going to plug it in right now. I want to plug this thing in right now. Where we go?
$80 on the dot. Make it 807 just because I like the number 7. $80.07.
Okay, I'm logging this into 𝗏𝗏. What's the token name? Dash, eh?
Dash.
Is it Dash? Okay, we're going to add
you spell it SHIT.
SHIT, yes, definitely. I concur. Another option is to spell it SHIT, guys. Okay, here we go. We're going 80 is our short zone. Okay. I see Jay's figured out how to spell recently. He got that a bit late there, bro. What's going on there? Okay, so we go 80, eh? Okay, let's go 80 there. Okay, and we're going medium size. Okay, there we go. Okay, locked in here on 𝗏𝗏. All right. Okay, let's see if we get that second pump here. And never heard of these shit coins. That is why these guys manipulate these things. Okay, that is why you've never heard of it, because there's no interest and these guys pump these things. And that is why we can have so much fun into these big areas. But we obviously just got to be careful because you can obviously burn your fingers there. Okay, boys, let's get into. I've got a couple of updates from the show yesterday. If you guys are hunting stuff here for us, anything exciting, obviously jump in here. And Princess says she wants a Bitfunded setup from the 𝗏𝗏. So the 𝗏𝗏's going to bring us one. Do you have anything you're working on at the moment, sir?
Yes, I do have one. I just got to just sharpen the pencil a bit, but give me 5 minutes. I can bring
you whenever you're ready. That's fine. Okay. And okay, so the 𝗏𝗏 and Kimmy, they run our there's Kimmy, and they're running our Bitfunded channel in the Chart-Hackers Discord. So those of you that want to do prop funded trading, this is our duo. Okay, the magic duo. We literally call her Kim Funded. And they're going to help guide you through passing these Bitfunded challenges. There it is. So there's my current dashboard. You can see I passed another one here. This is a starter pack. It's a $10,000 account. And now I'm just going through the motions. You can see I've made my profit there, 590 out of 500. And I've got to trade one more day here. And then we're gonna get this one funded, and then we're gonna use real money. Okay, so I'm going through the motions at the moment, and once you've passed your 5 days, then we are good. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Where we? Let's update here. Okay, this pay AI. Okay, this thing's annoying because every time this thing drops into support, I spoke about this one yesterday. Every time this thing drops into support, it seems to pump 57%. Okay, so at some point, this is that X402 narrative that everyone is talking about. But if we get it up to that undercarriage, it could be 100% move coming on this thing, but it's very frustrating. It seems to have found a base, guys. So just be patient. If this thing does hit these lows again, then you're looking for buys. Okay, it seems to be pumping 50% every single time. Okay, and Slothman, what are we showing off about here, sir? What are we doing? Kimmy, what is he telling us to do here? What does he want from us?
Must be a bit funded, sir. Must be a bit funded. Showing off your bit funded.
It says, Kimmy, it says you muted. So I don't know. Can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. This is not going well, Kimmy. We must... What? Kimmy, come on. Okay, let's update from yesterday. Let's talk pump. So pump dropped into our zone yesterday and obviously just dancing around a little bit. So it's not, it started off very promising. And it hit our big area. Now we are getting a little dip here back into the zone. So look, for me, I'm holding this pump play. I'm not rushing into closing it sort of in the middle of the weekend. We'll have to see if we do drop lower. We're going to print. Look, we're probably going to print bullish divergence on that 4. But right now, let's see what we can pick up on a slightly lower time frame here. Yeah, it's not. I'm just gonna, guys. I'm just gonna chill in this pump. I don't have a new setup here at the moment. Okay, so we're just kind of parking in this one for now. Let it do what it needs to do. Let's look at virtual. So this was nice. I want to show you guys something interesting here in terms of just chasing the bull zone again. So virtual dropped down yesterday. And those of you that were watching the show, you would have seen this thing just drop straight into our VWAP and our 382.5 combination, which is our typical bull zone that we like. And we got the absolute rocket ship here for virtual. So now what we can do is we can say, okay, cool, this thing's nice and bullish at the moment. Let's get some kind of continuation play. And let's see if we can send this thing a little bit higher. So how are we going to do that? We can all just chart this together here. What you can do is you're going to take your VWAPs from your lows, which you can see there it is, Thursday the 30th. That is the low, and we're going to take our fibs as well, all the way from the lows to the highs, and we want to start tracking our most bullish bull zones, okay? And this, for me, is the start of the party, that 382, the VWAP down to that 0.5. This looks like the most high probability zone where we can get some kind of bounce here out of virtual. Now, there's a lot of interest in it at the moment. We know because of this this new narrative, the X402 or whatever they're calling this thing, where your AI agents are essentially making payments for you and stuff like that. And this is where we can obviously now try and hunt some momentum. So just like you saw, Zcash is going absolutely mad. Virtual seems to be, one of the beneficiaries of this latest narrative. And the reason being is they're making these agents on virtuals. Okay, so in terms of possible scalps, I think we're going to get an opportunity shortly on virtual to have another go. Now, if you look at virtual, for example, the strength versus something like dupe that I was looking at just now, it's a bit of a tricky one, to decide which one's going to give us the bigger move here. Boys, what do you think we have a little crack here on this dupe? Eh?
Yeah, dupe did really well the other day. DJ and Dave and myself were actually market buying the long, and then it just literally ripped without getting most of our order. It was actually a really nice trade.
They've launched prediction markets, and I was trying to get a piece of this thing yesterday, but it just didn't follow through here. So I'm actually gonna buy a little bit of dupe here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna start a little scalp here. Let me show you where we're gonna put our exit plan here. Okay, there we go. Let's start a little dupe bounce. Okay, now this is a small little scalp here. We're just looking for a little bit of momentum. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to try to trade this dupe off this VWAP here. Okay, you can see what's going on. So we've got a nice little bit of consolidation, and every time we've hit this VWAP, we've had some kind of reaction off this guy. Okay, and right now you can see lower time frame, 15 minutes. It is reversing to the upside, and there's a possibility that we're going to get some kind of move out of this thing. Okay, so what you can track is you can track a very simple trend over there, and once we start breaking through that trend, you can start adding a little bit more to the situation. So I've started a very small position here on dupe. If there's momentum, we can start adding to this thing, and we're literally trying to grab a couple of percent here on this guy. We're not looking for too much at the moment. And for example, we can try and just ride it up to there, and then we'll sort of figure out what happens next, what the next plan is. So let's just wait for this oscillator to tell us what's going on here. But you can see on the 30, we are getting a couple of reversals here. Okay, so there's our little reversal print on the oscillator, and maybe we're going to get something. So in terms of exit plans, degens, okay, the filthy degens, exit number 1 is a close under 4016. That is going to be below your current 30-minute candle. And then the slightly less degenerate humans at the moment watching, a close under 3986. Is going to give you a little bit more of a chance on this dupe, because essentially this tells you then that it's got to lose the previous low to actually stop you out. Okay, so these are normally a little bit suspicious. These super tight ones, these give you a little bit more of a chance. Okay, and people complain about no alt season. Yes, because there's no alt season. I see
stress.
Yeah, don't worry, boys. We get alt days. Okay, I'm trying to find something fun about alt season here for you guys. Oh no, I don't have that. I don't have that tweet anymore. But guys, the thing about alt season is, like, I think we've gotten so used to not having an alt season, and that is why we spend so much time looking for shorts as well. And we also start trading these tokens that have a ton of strength, and we try and obviously send them to zero whenever we can. It keeps us very busy. And what we have learned in Chart Hackers over the last couple of years from watching this market that keeps disappointing in terms of alt season is that we love to have a hedge play. We love to look for shorts when the market starts pumping, and we love to just manage our risk a little bit better. We don't want to be net long for everything, and there's never coming alt season. It seems to be a distant dream at the moment. Nagel, how's your setup coming there, bro? Is it coming?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. I want to just go through a couple of other things here, and then we're gonna bring the Nagel. We're gonna bring the Nagel, the bagel on here in a sec. Okay, so guys, let's just update. Let's update where we are on. Okay, so virtual, we know. Let's talk 𝗬𝗃. This thing was disgusting. Okay, so we've got a channel in. Well, I've got a channel in the Discord called 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝒏. Okay, and it's at the bottom here, my section. So those of you in the Chart Hackers Discord, there it is, there 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝒏. And what happens in here is pretty much every day after every show, what I do is I drop a high conviction setup. Okay, you can see there's a high conviction setup here, and I give the long, I give the entry, I give the stop loss, I give the take profit, all those types of things. And that was our setup from the other day that we dropped in there. Okay, so it took a little bit of time to play out, but it actually played out so nicely yesterday that I actually had to dish out. I had to dish out that. Okay, because sometimes you got to dish out the twerk. And the last time I did the twerk, the market actually collapsed. So it was nice to get a little revenge twerk here today. So guys, anyone who took 𝗬𝗃, I mean, that was straight into TP4 there, absolute banger. And now, there's a very strong chance we're going to get a little bit of continuation here on this 𝗬𝗃. So let's wipe the chart and let's just see where we can get a little bounce in this guy. It's obviously got a little bit of renewed interest again, and possibly we're going to get a little move here. So let's just see what we've got cooking. So you can see we had a 618 rejection there, typical area. If for anyone who wants the TP, you can see that is why we had TP4 in that zone. 233 was going to be our big rejection zone. Now let's look at a couple of bull areas here for us. Look at that, it's floating on that big VWAP, and that for me is actually your bounce now and cut it off zone. It needs to actually reverse pretty soon here. That is, let's see where our 382 is. That's going to be our 0.5. So we are just hanging on to our bull zone at the moment on this 𝗬𝗃. Look at that. Okay, so we're sitting in that zone there. Okay, look at that guy. Okay, so in terms of a continuation play, this is your zone. We want to try and tie this in with an oscillator reversal. So this is looking very good. So I would say let's be patient here with 𝗬𝗃. It's a couple of, I'd say maybe an hour away from giving us something, even less than an hour. Is it not better to short setups? What was the question there? Give me, go back one. Don't twerk, I can't take the losses. Was it not better for a short setup? Our time frame still says short. Mickey, yes, I think we've just dished out 1 or 2 there. We gave multiple yesterday, and we'll cover some more. Okay, so 𝗬𝗃, you can see possible bounce here. Is what we're looking at. So I'd say less than an hour, we're going to get some direction here on this 𝗬𝗃, possible reversal here. Okay, so we simply want to see this hold The bull zone, we want to see it hold this trend. Even a little push down into something like that could work for us. So 221, guys, down to 219 is making sense for me here. 221 to 219 is a nice little possible bounce zone on this 𝗬𝗃. We are just around the corner on this guy. And then obviously, guys, just a note for the short setups, what we typically want to do is when the market is ripping and nice and bullish, that is where we're looking for short. So for example, yesterday we gave a couple of resistance zones, a couple of rejection zones, XRP, for example, those other ones you've seen at the start of the stream. Now, when the market is pulling back a little bit, we're looking at 𝗬𝗃, we're looking at virtual, a little bit of weakness there. We can see dupe, maybe lower time frame. This is where we look for little scalps and some possible bounces, because obviously we want to short the pumps and we want to long those dumps wherever possible. Okay, that is technically what we're trying to do here, and we try and do this on repeat as much as possible. So just for those of you that arrived late, this is the example of what we like to do. Okay, we short the pumps. Okay, from yesterday, bang. Okay, you're shorting these pumps into those zones, and you are longing the dumps like we got here into, where was it? That guy. Okay, the other day. So that is what we're looking at. And 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 says the only short of money. Guys, we got to just maintain our composure here. Okay, until this alt season comes back. Okay, last one for me, and then I'm going to hand you over to the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. XRP, no reason to close the short. I think any more pumps into this rejection zone for me, just adding to the short opportunity here. And I told you guys I love shorting XRP. It makes it feel so nice, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because the XRP army is so big and so strong, and they get so passionate about their XRP. Jay, how much XRP do you own, bro?
A $300 margin position. That's about it.
Are you an XRP fan, sir?
No, sir. Absolutely not.
Never
bought it, never traded it. It's horrible.
Let's ask Kimmy. Kimmy, are you an XRP fan?
I'm not. No. I don't. Nope.
You know, we can make a sport of shorting XRP. You know, it's a new sport that I'm coming up with. Well, we're working on it. Okay, we're working on it. The army mustn't come back and rinse me though. That's obviously a bit of a problem if they do. Okay, so XRP army, big short zone, 2.57. Still trying to get this one. If we pump in there, that is an ad zone for me. Okay, so we're sitting short here. Where's this XRP? So I'm at $43,000 short at the moment, and just waiting for this thing to roll over eventually and hopefully go to zero. So any pumps here, I am obviously adding bits and pieces as we go, and trying to be super patient. You can see big resistance here, guys, 262 and 257. So those of you looking for an XRP short anywhere in that region over here is a beautiful short zone for me. That is where we can send that one lower down. So just be patient, guys. If there is a little pop in the market today, remember that should be an opportunity to short these things. Okay, little pops in the market, we are looking for shorts there on those guys. Okay, so just be patient. And XRP is exit liquidity coin, absolute shit. I believe so. I mean, that does happen a fair amount of time. You can see these guys, they tend to pump it. Okay, let's get the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now, we want a bit funded setup, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, because we've got some prop funded traders. And guys, so prop funded, just in a nutshell, is trading with other people's money. Okay, so what happens is you're going to get a demo account. So there's a link in the show description. You get a demo account that you got to get 8%, then you got to get 5%. If you can pass those two phases, and that is why our team is in there to help you pass those phases, then you get a real money account and you get to keep 80% of any profits that you make. Okay, as simple as that. And 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's got a lot of experience trading these prop funded accounts, and let's hand it over to him here. Let's see what he's got. I'm going to take away my win entry. And if it starts taking too long, bro, the clock's coming on again. Okay, let's see.
100%. I'm watching Doge here, so I already gave a Doge long from the dump. So most of the members in Chart Hackers are already in a trade here, but I've got my eye on this little fair value gap that's down at the bottom here. So what I'm watching for, I'm going to try and explain this as quick as possible. If we do not win this anchored VWAP, I see us maybe coming down to test lower. If we do manage to claim this VWAP, I want to take a short from here, and both moves are 5 to 6% in either direction. If you play that right on a bit funded, it should be a simple one-way pass if the margin size is right. So if we're looking for the long entry, we are looking at in and around 181.64. with a stop just below this fair value gap at 17.97. And I also have the
I'm going to
entry
plug
over
this
here.
thing into my Bitfunded. Hold on. I'm going to actually plug this into my Bitfunded for everyone to see how we can set these things up. Let me go to my funded account here. Let me show them how we do it. Okay, so go to accounts. Oh, wait. It's got to load. Hold on. Okay, carry on. When I've sorted my life out
then
here,
if we do manage to hold and claim this VWAP over here, then what I'm obviously I am of that bias because I'm already in a long, so I am not too excited to want to get into long because I'm in one, as I said. Then if we look over here, I've got a short entry coming in and around this VWAP. There's also a value area low that I'd like us to come in and test. And then what I've done is I've pulled the stop above that 100% extension that I'm always watching, and this is a 1.5% stop. Very gentle, very easy, and obviously my TP for the short, if we don't come here first, will be to get into the area that I want to long at a TP of 18116.
Okay, I'm going to plug this in now.
That's the double play, sir.
Okay, let's get so. Okay, guys, again, we don't know if this market's going to dump or pump next, okay? Anything is possible, but I want to plug in a possible long setup here on my funded account. So let me show the guys here what I've got going on. Okay, there it is. There's a funded account. This is a real money account, okay? So let's go into trade. Okay, you can see at the top there, this is a live account, okay? Now we're going to go limit, and we want to go Doge. And New Earth Guardian says when long. It's funny, hey. Do we have any like high conviction bounce plays here yet? While we're waiting for this thing to do something.
I wanted to give a play earlier, but it might have run a little bit. But it's absolute filth. I'm already in it, so
why are you in absolute filth already without telling me, bro?
You were talking so nasty, and I was like, I can't interrupt him. But yeah, I needed to hold this trend, but it's been in a downtrend for a long time. Chaos and I were playing with this a couple of days ago.
My screen's not loading here. I've clearly got a boomer tech problem here. Okay, so let's take a look while I wait for my screen to load, and then I'm going to show them how to set an order.
Okay, so I'm looking at a token here called OG, and what's happened is we've sat in for like the last, I don't know, 2-3 days, and we've just hovered in and around this POC after a massive dump. And what I've done is I've pulled a trend line here, and obviously losing this trend is my invalidation. And if I go on the higher time frames like the 2 hour, you can see we've got quite a lot of catching up to do. So obviously optimum for me would come and test the bottom of this wick because I got a 2-point touch, and if I go a little bit further, actually a 3-point touch. So this massive support has now become resistance. So I'm hoping for a scam play from this trend up to there, and that's about a 17.42% move. My entry was at $11.18. But I can see as of now, we're busy creating a small fair value gap. We've just smashed through this local VWAP. So if we have to do another re-entry here, I would say if we can come back and test this at 11.31, unfortunately, your risk is way higher now because it will still be in the same spots, but we can still target that same zone on the top there. And then obviously my first alert here is at $12.09. And then I just want everyone to watch out for a swing failure pattern that happens here at 11.69. If we break above this, we break above, we turn that into a breaker block, I will be adding a lot here in and around the $11.60, $11.70 zone. But I do want everyone, this is absolute filth.
Find me a token that is not absolute filth. Okay, let's see what other muscles over here is cooking, because somebody in the comments was like, "Hey, pumped up boys, let the boys speak." Kimmy, did you see that comment? What's going on there? Were they talking about us, Kimmy? What's happening here? Were we interrupting Nagel that badly?
I don't know. I
I
thought it
don't
was
think
funny.
so.
But
What's going on here, Qiwi? Okay, let's see, Jay. Give us something sexy. I'm frantically hunting here in the chats, guys. Let me know in the chats what you want. I'm looking at Pengu now. I see you guys talking about in the chats. I'm trying to hunt you guys a scalp here as quickly as possible. Okay, and AVAX could be fun. Okay, so let's get Jay's charts up. Jay,
Actually, I do have an AVAX trade for them.
Sweet, let's go.
But yeah, just for those guys who are in chart hackers, please remember to take profits on 𝗬𝗃, right? We're coming to full TP on this trade, guys. Really, really nice trade. So if you didn't see the Discord update right now, just make sure that you're taking profits. It's actually coming into a possible short zone as well. I mean, why is this thing pumping? And why is Filecoin pumping?
Sorry, what am I looking at? Fucking 𝗬𝗃 pumping. I haven't looked at this thing.
Like for real pumping. Yeah, and Filecoin and ICP. So I have a trade on ICP. I'm going to show you something that I saw on 𝗧𝒐 that looks exactly like ICP chart. You're going to literally go and get a haircut after I show you this.
No way.
I can't believe what is happening when I woke up this morning and saw these charts pumping. So I was like very confused if I woke up in an old universe or something. But anyway, guys, so
what is there news on this thing, Jay? What's
so
happening?
it's Filecoin is pumping. So it's obviously the file AI sort of narrative. I'm not sure how I always thought 𝗬𝗃 was some sort of AI narrative, but it's actually a storage narrative.
Yes.
But it was always somehow, we always thought it was got to do with AI. And that's why I assume that Filecoin is also running and that ICP is now also running with these three all together. And the ICP chart, that looks quite good for a 618 entry for a retest. So I've got that one as well. I've got AVAX. I'm looking into these L1s. Maybe we're going to have a bit of a new money rotation, hopefully after this AI narrative, and then L1s, then memes. So I think that might be good for us. So at the moment, guys, I have taken some profit. I've got about 20% left in this 𝗬𝗃 trade. It is coming into a possible short term. We have a trend here, value area high, and then the max extension here. I love to short trend lines like this. For me, this is really, really great, but I'm not going to give you the short on this one yet. I do have other trades for you, like AVAX trade. We see that many of the members are looking for AVAX, and they're trying to wonder, really, what is AVAX doing? And that is a good question, because I'm sure you can realize, boss, how this thing got just obliterated. Like, it's worse, one of the worst tokens in terms of charts.
Yeah, I've actually stopped watching it. It got so bad. I got so tired of trying to find a decent move on this thing.
So like for now, guys, this, if you have a look carefully, if you see this like little green line here, this is on the weekly time frame, and why we really want this level to hold. Otherwise, I do see AVAX coming to around $17. So that's where I would buy the spots and things. I do not want this weekly level to lose here on AVAX. Otherwise, you're going to see quite a big downside, and they're going to fill 50% of that wick. But in terms of the play right now, this is what I've got. So we are trying to create a higher low. It did bounce off that 382, and I'm looking for the continuation to the upside. So if you are interested in this, our chart hackers team are in this trade already. So look for a small pullback to around 18.4, 18.3, guys, and then the continuation up. As I remember that green line I showed you, here is the green line, and we are under this green line right now. So this is my biggest concern with AVAX, is that why are we under this major pivot zone? And can we get back above here to about $20 on AVAX? But look at this beautiful trend line coming down. We've broken out, and now we've had this retest. The only thing with this type of pattern behavior is it generally does this hook pattern all the way down and then reverses up. So yeah, let's give it a chance. Let's give the bulls a chance. I mean, I don't know how much lower these alt tokens can go anyway.
Right.
So
much lower.
If they go lower than this, I'm not really interested in trading them. That's where
we were buying AVAX at $8 or something.
Yeah,
or $9. Like, that thing is, yeah. I mean, just never think it can't go lower. That's all I can say.
So what else? $8 stop loss TP is $19. I see some of the comments. Yeah, guys, AVAX is really bad. I don't know what's wrong with the protocol. I had a lot of hopes for this, but yeah, this is what I got for you in terms of the 4 hour. This looks good. Otherwise, do put an alert here, guys, at around 17.1 on AVAX. I'll be very interested to take a swing trade from the zone. Definitely in our chart hackers, put a notification there's 17.1. So this is the AVAX trade I have for you guys. Then I have an ICP trade and a Filecoin trade as well for you.
Okay, so give us ICP. I see it's pumping. So like I get excited when I see things pumping on a weekend because it does tell me we could get a nice short opportunity, whether it's later today or maybe late on Sunday. So I'd love to see a couple of options on ICP. While you are doing that, guys, I am frantically trying to look at something fun for you. I've got AI-XBT. Did you say you got AI-XBT? Okay, you look at AI-XBT. I've got syrup here for you guys, which there's news on that thing. So we're going to talk about syrup. We've got ZK pumping as well. So let me look at those two in the meantime.
So I don't have AI-XBT. We longed that one. Yes, this morning. I lied. This morning with virtual in Asia. So I mean, it was a pretty huge pump. I didn't expect it to run 30% again. So it did really well. But yeah, this is ICP, guys. In terms of this, it had really nice move to the upside, but this was an impulsive candle to the upside, and it has hit this beautiful undercarriage here, and that is a nice rejection. So I'm going to be looking for some sort of, pullback into our 0.5 fib and 618 to hold this zone over here, hold the breakout of the trend, and then the continuation up to this 50-day SMA. So the entry for ICP, very simple, very easy, guys. 3.25, and then I'll put another order on our 618 over here around 3.15. But if you have a look at this thing, I know this chart is completely like destroyed. And I mean, can you believe that ICP was like at 160? No, I lie. much higher. But if you have a look at
I bought ICP, I swear, I think ICP launched
in 2021.
It was like $20. They launched it on FTX.
ICP, is over $1,000 something. Yeah, it was crazy. It launched so high and then it just capitulated. But we have something so similar that is happening on the ZEC. If you look at this pattern here, it's exactly the same. The same thing with ICP, the years of consolidation and then the breakout. So I wonder if we're going to actually get something like that on ICP. I wonder if we could ever have something so hopeful.
Dude, is it still a project? Like, the thing with Zcash...
Yeah, apparently they're still building. Yeah, apparently they're still building ICP. They're doing great things.
So the thing with Zcash is like there's a narrative around that because it's the privacy situation. So like banks, for example, can use it because then we can't all see all their transactions, like on that side of things. I don't know what ICP even does. I couldn't even tell you what it's about. I mean, I can't imagine how many times they have pivoted their project. So who knows what they are at the moment. Whenever you're in crypto and you have in doubt, you just call it a pivot. Okay. And I saw someone in the comments talking about 𝗏𝗏. They're like, nah, we're just pivoting. And now it's pumping again. So you guys, it's pivot, guys. It's crypto. It's pivot. God. Just chase the new narrative.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at HYPE, boss?
Yes, I've got it here. I'm actually in a hype position that's sort of just fucking me around at the moment. So yeah,
with spider webs and a blue dot here, massive head and shoulders forming.
That is not the news I want to hear, Sue. I don't like shorting hype. I like to be long and taking money out.
No. I'm saying it's a big long coiling up here for a long.
Oh, I thought you said massive head and shoulders. Oh, you mean
I
like
head and shoulders?
Yeah, inverse head and shoulders. No, the other way I call it a mountain.
Okay, now you guys, when Jay is done here, I'm going to talk about so Dale Lane pump. I spoke about pump. I'm sitting in pump. It hit the zone from yesterday's show. Okay, I'm looking at something so disgusting. My toes are curling at the moment. It's called S.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, no,
you mean like as in Sonic?
Yes, sir. I'm looking at it. I'm not touching it, but I'm intrigued. Okay. So Jay, finish this setup here on ICP. And then we're going to cover hype quickly, and let's see if I can do something on this.
I thought we did trading here, not stand-up comedy.
I want FJ to make sure he clips that part there. The boss talking about Sonic. Right, guys. So, yeah, ICP on the daily. Still got lots of room to go on the 8-hour. This thing is just starting to cook. We have these snake eyes here as well on ICP. So that's the reason why. I'm still going to be attempting to try to long this. Yes, it is a possible short zone into the long zone, but I'll be definitely looking for the long on ICP here. If there is some sort of pivot in our narratives that are happening, we would definitely be looking for the long, especially into the 50-day. He's also nowhere near the 50-day SMA. So when is that bearish retest going to happen? And fill this part of the wick right into that undercarriage. So I like the setup. I think it will be a really good setup. Possibly a Sunday scam play into Monday Asia dump. All right, guys. So I like this a lot. 0.5 fib, which is that 3.2, and then 3.15, somewhere around there, guys. You can add another order onto ICP. Nice low leverage. If this is a move to the upside, it's around 23%. So you don't need to use massive leverage.
Okay, there you go. S, what the fuck? You smoking some good shit. Brads, it's the weekend, bro. I can do what I want on the weekend. Don't judge me, eh? No judges here. Okay, like, I just saw it. Like, at the end of the day, I'm here. I want to get you guys a fucking banger. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's like, I'm looking at S. I haven't taken a trade. Okay. I mean, I'm ashamed now. Okay, let's go hype quickly. Let's talk about this thing. So I'm sitting in that hype position, still chopping around. No actual changes to yesterday. The bull zone remains the bull zone. And for me, hype longs down to 41.6, guys. Still happy here. Down to 41.6. So let it chill. You can see we are getting reversal prints. Look at that divergence things happening at the moment. 4 hour. Let's take a look here. And that 4 hour is fine for me. On the basis that it's quite a simple play, but unfortunately it comes a little bit more downside. But what you want to see is a bullish divergence print. Okay, so you want a higher low on that oscillator, and you actually want to see a lower low on the price. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, but to get a better move, sometimes you have to get a little bit more pain. So for me, if they drop it down into this 41.6, that means we're hitting the VWAP over here. That means we're hitting the 0.5. We're hitting this horizontal region, and then we most likely print bullish divergence on this 4 hour, and then it gives us a better move. Okay, so I'm sitting in this hype on WEX at the moment, and we'll call it flat. Okay, it's $20 up. Okay, so nothing too exciting here at the moment on hype, but that's the zone for me. Remember, when the traders come back, these things make money. Okay, remember, hype is charging fees. They're also doing buybacks, and they're making tons of money along the way. So for me, it's always a go-to play when the market gets a little bit excited again. Hype looks good, pump looks good, those types of things. Love jumping into those positions. And Dimitri says Pengu's leaving the station. What? Are you looking at a different Pengu than me, bro? Because I was looking at it just now, and
I've been waiting forever for Pengu.
No, is it moving? Because then it's just moved right now.
Then we should just long it.
No, man. What do you mean it's left the station? Is he watching 5-minute candles, bro? What's going on here? What's going on here?
It's moving okay, there we go. Moving a little on the 15-minute.
Yeah, okay, fuck it. Let's long Pengu here. Come. Let's long Pengu. Just purely because he said we have to. Okay, yeah, let's go. I was looking at it just now thinking, it's not really doing anything. Okay, there. Okay, so we'll play a little breakout, guys. I'm going to long this one. No judges on Saturdays. Sean, bro, come on. You guys know. Okay, so you can see here on the chart here on 𝗶𝗆, you can see we're at resistance. Okay, so anyone wants to long the top, this is it. This is your opportunity to get rinsed. Okay, so if there is going to be a pump on this Pengu, what you want to see is a little pop through this resistance band. Let me actually draw this nicely for you guys so you can see how we're going to go about this situation. Let's just take a look here. Our oscillator says, okay, reversal print in play on the 1 hour. Let's go into a slightly more degen play here. Okay, what do we got here? We got a nice strong reversal there. So there's a possibility that Pengu gives you a small little move. Okay, if it does, it's probably going to start out as a little squeezy situation, and then maybe it turns into something a little better, you know, more than just a situationship or whatever. What do the kids call it these days? You know what I mean?
Situationship.
Exactly what I'm talking about. So you're looking for a little bit more. So you can see my Pengu view right now is if we're going to jump in along, we're longing it at resistance. You're probably going to get something like that. Bang. Okay. Then you're looking for that type of move. So your real trade is actually on the rejection, because that is where you want to see where those bulls step in. So that actually looks okay to me. That looks like a possible continuation. So you can nibble here. Okay. You nibble at resistance, but this isn't your full trade. You're going to see, you're probably going to reject, okay, at that region. maybe it moves up 0.5%, 1%, then it drops back, and then you want to see your bulls come and step in. Now, the easiest way you can play that is to just go and track your VWAP. So as long as we got our VWAP here from the lows, let's just bang that one in over there. And as long as we're holding that VWAP, we can call it a momentum play. Okay, so if you want to do dumb shit, okay, this is the current plan. Nibble here at resistance. When it pops and retests, that's the real big move. The bulls must step in. If it loses this VWAP, okay, if it loses this VWAP, then you start cutting. Okay, it's very simple if you want to play these big rejection games. Okay, nibbling is good. You see, Slothman agrees. Okay, there's nothing wrong with nibbling. Isn't that right, Kimmy? Do you nibble at bit-funded setups?
Sometimes.
Oh, see, sometimes she does nibbling. Okay, Jay, do you ever do nibbling, bro?
Oh, all the time, and dribbling too.
Oh, dribbling as well. Nice. Okay, so there's a nice combination then in hackers. Heather, do you do nibbling? She's hiding. There she is.
Absolutely.
There, she does nibbling too. Okay, there. So you can see everyone's nibbling in hackers. Okay, so guys, if you're gonna play 𝗵𝗰𝗄, you can see here dangerous stuff here. Look for the rejection. The real trade is that little dip back into that zone. Now, okay, we've covered hype. We've covered near. I'm still looking for a banger, guys. You want to see this S? Who wants to see S?
I know. I typed it in my trading view and it almost shut down. So,
you know, yeah, your old Pentium. do you remember what a Pentium is?
Yeah, it's Pentium like, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Yeah, it's great.
I mean, fucking hell. Okay, here's S. Why did this look interesting? Okay, I mean, guys, I don't know.
It did sweep the low.
There's a little thing going on here with S, and everyone was complaining that this thing got absolutely sold off and absolutely rinsed, and it did. Okay, I mean, this thing has filled a very big portion of that wick, like genuinely, and now it's printing reversals on the 12, and Dale says no more S. Guys, this is actually a key sign of what could potentially the bottom when everybody says no more S. Okay, when everyone's exhausted from this thing, it's going to come and pump you back, and it's going to make you buy it when it's green. Okay, look at those reversals there on this oscillator. There's a lot going on here on these lower time frames. So maybe, okay, I don't know, boys. What do you think? 𝗵𝗄, or you look at these charts, 𝗵𝗄 or S? You're going to long the top. What are you long in the top, 𝗵𝗄 or S? 𝗵𝗄 or S?
Yeah, I'd rather do 𝗵𝗄, even though I feel it's going lower.
Sonic has swept the previous day low, and they have room to go into around 15 cents on Sonic. 15.43.
Yeah, there's a nice little area up here.
So
maybe
for me,
I
like it. It's not bad.
It's not
they swept the previous day low, and that's a great deviation. It is a little risk to the downside, but it can do it.
How many times have we longed to S and been annoyed and pissed off?
Many. So let's do it one more time.
Okay, because guys, the positive about this thing is here's your short zone. Okay, now what was that? Sonic is fundamentally what? What was that comment there? Is fundamentally very good. Nothing wrong with the tech. Okay. Well, look, I actually am literally in crypto for the tech. I mean,
all of us are.
All the fundamentals of it. But yeah, guys, here's the plan. Okay, we can try a little bouncy move here on Sonic. We want a little pump into that upside. That is a very nice looking short zone for me. For the things I look for here, VWAP in the way. We got a nice 382 pull. We got a nice undercarriage floating in this region as well. There's a lot of reasons for me that this zone can give you some problems. Okay, in terms of a possible short there. So the strategy on this thing is exactly the same as what I spoke about on 𝗵𝗄, and you can see how this could play out. Okay, so very simply, and this can be a little lesson in doing dumb shit, longing the tops and whatever. But typically what happens is when you get a breakout, okay, it typically pushes through and then it rejects at a horizontal or an undercarriage or something. So you're typically going to find something like this. Then it rejects pretty hard. Now your job is to make sure that the bulls are going to step in at a reasonable area. And what I like to do is I like to take a fib from there. I like to drag it to wherever it broke out. And I like to make sure that I've got my 382 and my 0.5 waiting. And that is where I add to the position. And typically, if you start closing under that type of level, then typically the move is failing and it was a fake out and they're coming to rinse you. Okay, so if you're looking for a momentum play, that's kind of how I like to do it. So I nibble a little bit here at these types of zones, and it's pretty much minimal risk. If it fails from here, that's totally fine. And if it does pop through, then you've got yourself a head start, and then you can start adding on the pullback. You can start adding to the position size and growing something, and then maybe you get that push back into this upside region over here. Let's just highlight this guy for you there. Bang. Okay, so you're going to look at something along those lines, probably about a 1.5% risk, and you probably get about a 6% move there on this S. Okay, so that is pretty much how we do it. What does S do? Because it's not exactly. I mean, it's such a shit coin to trade. Okay, again, I don't know. Fundamentally, I don't have the answers. Geez,
it used to be so bullish. You remember when we were longing this thing at $1, $2? It was crazy.
Dude, it was the best. It was the absolute best. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna nibble on this one. Okay, let's have a little S nibble on this one. You can see Pengu. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna nibble on both of these. Okay, let's go. You're gonna nibble on Pengu.
Half and half.
We're gonna have a little nibble. Okay, we're gonna have a little nibble at resistance, guys. Just remember, we're doing dumb shit here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have a little nibble. Okay, I'm just raising the leverage a bit here. Okay, we're having a little nibble. If things start cooking, we're going to add to these things and we're going to grow them. Okay, let's see how that goes. Now, guys, forgive me for trading S. I'm actually ashamed. Okay, even Dave couldn't long S after beating off his dead horse. Sometimes you can. An E&A, yeah, you guys like some E&A. I'm not a big E&A fan, okay? And Dimitri says, I'm so in the red on S. Doubt I'll get it back. Okay, Dimitri, we're trying to pump it for you, bro. Okay, we're doing our best here. Okay, I did a tiny buy in Blowfin. Maybe it's going to ramp it up here for you and get you out of the hole. And Jard says dupe is coming. Let's see, are we getting rinsed on dupe, bro? Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a little bit of dupies there. Okay, so there we go. Dupe's getting our little trend broken. Let's see what we got here. Okay, oh, it's not a banger yet. Okay, it's green. I mean, we'll take it. Green's a good start. Let's see what else is doing things. Oh, Brett's moving here, guys. Look at this Brett. It's starting to make money here. Okay, let's go. Let's look at Brett. Boys, if you got anything else, yeah, I mean, you know, talk to me.
Altcoin for you.
Is there anything like we can push buttons on like now?
Maybe
near protocol, maybe.
So I was looking at this higher time frame. It's actually still good. It's like in the zone. I mean, it looks all right to me. This near big stop. I was thinking about, you know, with this AI thing. Everyone talks about AI, NVIDIA, near protocol. You know, maybe it'll catch on. But yeah, the high time frame does look good on here. As long as we're gonna hold maybe $2, I think we'll be okay. There's a nice anchored VWAP on near 2.1. I wouldn't want it to go lower than that. So it's actually claimed the value area low now. Let me just show you this chart here. So this is the near trade that I gave the hackers, and they actually got a nice sniper entry there. Value area low. As long as we can hold this 382 here, guys, I do see continuation to the upside. Hitting this anchor VWAP from the high, will be the POC and that 786 and trend. And then I'm definitely going to short near back to where she came from in this zone over here. So this is a classic Lord entry setup for the short, the 786 and trend, anchor VWAP, POC. Lord. It's
so I like
good.
the setup. Yeah,
that 786, whether it's a pump into it or a dump into it, that 786 trend combination, and look at that undercarriage there. I mean, that is like peak arousal. You know what I mean? It's like that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. Somebody's asking for Dash again. Can we look at Dash for full sake? Daru, bro. I mean, didn't we look at it already? Do you want to show us some more Dash there, Nakes?
Yeah, you can. I've got it open again.
Yeah, let's just please him. Let's make him pleased. Okay, let's see.
100%.
Let's see that. Yeah, just give him the quick summary.
Okay, so quick summary. I'm waiting for a STB to happen on the oscillator. So it is getting a quite a nice rejection of fear, but I'm waiting for one more level up. So I'm looking at $80.17. I'll be starting a very low leverage position. And then if this fails, the next level up would probably be up here at $105. This is the two levels that I'm watching for. Yeah, that's what I'm watching for. If it doesn't hit my short first, then I'll probably long it off this local high that it's just claimed. Seeing if it can grab some support here, and then I'll probably long it into the next short zone up here. That's the plan. I don't know who asked.
Okay, there you go. I hope he's happy with that information, guys. Let's cover Brett. I don't want you guys to like get totally to walk away with a lot of sort of scalpy things into resistance. You've got two. You got three. You got Dupe. You got Pengu, you got S. Okay, they're all pushing into resistance. They're all slightly a little bit dangerous, but if they get some momentum, they're going to be good. Okay, so just remember, small size here when you start these things into resistance. I'm going to cover Brett for you quickly because that thing is starting to move now. It was hit the zone that I spoke about yesterday, and there's a possible big TP zone coming on Brett here. Okay, so I just want you guys well covered there. And I saw Jason was talking about 𝗏𝗀𝗏. Jason, I saw that, bro. And yeah, it's not like screaming up, it's kind of grinding up. Okay, and Thomas says he loves hearing how Nagel laughs. Okay, well, there you go. Was he coughing or was he laughing there? Just confirm. There, he did it. Okay. Okay, let's go. So Brett, guys, just in summary, yesterday we were looking for this dip, and they did actually push it a little bit deeper, but they hit this 26 zone that I was talking about here for this little dip on Brett, and then a fairly strong move after that. Now the question is there more upside here in this thing? So what we can see immediately is that this is actually quite a big danger zone where it's at now. This is an undercarriage in 382 getting in the way. Okay, so a little bit of a problem here for us, but what I like to do is look for these confluent zones where there's a VWAP as well. And you can see here, this 0.5 and VWAP combo. Look at that. Okay, so that's just starting to look like quite a big reversal zone there for us on Brett. So if we do get another push here, I'm going to start cutting that position. So it's another 4% to the upside. If we push another 4%, for me, this is a rejection zone. Okay, this 297, I would be super cautious up here in that region, and I'd go as far as to say there's a nice possible head short in this type of zone. Okay, so look out, there's a nice wick up here as well. Look at that, they might just spike you through that and then drop it back down. Okay, so just look out for that. Could be another 4 to 6% pump here on Brett. So right now, 285 danger zone, 297 danger zone number 2. Just be careful. That VWAP's going to be quite powerful. Well, it should be quite powerful. Look at it here. Rejection. Okay, and if we hit it again, possible rejection on that VWAP. And who's saying virtuals at resistance? Yes, lower time frame resistance, sir. Look for this 1 hour. Okay, look for this 1 hour here that we're watching. We want to see this thing start curling up like it had over there, and possibly over here if we get some kind of move there. Like ultimately, I want to see it at the bottom, but when there's tons of momentum, it might just keep grinding. So what I suggest here, virtual traders, is if we do get a drop, you've got a nice long opportunity later on today, 162 into 154. Okay, that looks quite reasonable to me on this virtual, anywhere in that zone. Okay, look out for that. And then there's a quick question on Sol. This dupe's doing things, guys. This dupe's doing things. Yes, guys, they're all looking the same at the moment. Okay, a little bit of a pop in the market. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing here.
Nothing.
Okay,
that mog is ripping now as well. This is nice.
Ooh, so that's an ETH strength play.
Yeah,
look
mog is ripping now. So
ETH is doing things. So let's quickly look at Peppy. If we've missed mog, let's look at Peppy quickly. Yeah.
Don't forget about the cat.
Don't forget about I've got that. Don't forget about the cat. Don't forget about the puppy, Popcat, and you. Well, there is a little bit of a wake up here on the Peppy. Maybe there's something going on here, boys and girls. And this is going to be purely based on ETH strength. So if you see MOG start pumping, that is a meme on ETH, okay? And what do I have to do for some Zora? I don't know. Okay. Jay's going to look at Zora quickly for you, bro. Okay, Andras. Okay, Jay's going to quickly look at Zora. Let's look at this Peppy. Okay, so 2 hour absolute dog shit. I mean, I never thought in a million years, a year ago, that we'd see Pepe at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 662.
Yeah.
I can't say I ever imagined that. It's quite a shock. Look how far it is below the 200-day and the 50-day MA. It's done. Okay, this thing went back to levels. Where were we? This was March 25, August 24, April 24. My God, all the way back.
2024 was good, man.
April
it was good.
24. And look at this. It might not be over. Okay, it might literally not be over. Okay, like I'll see you down there. Okay, like negative. Like they start paying you money to own it. Like it goes so fucking negative. Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't look great, but you know what I mean. It's like, can you get more zero than this? Okay, so I'm like, let's not even look at that right now. Let's look at this mark quickly. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is also looking interesting here. Daily reversal. I mean, I can tell you where we could short it. I don't want to long the top of another shitcoin in the same session. Fucking hell. I'll leave it in your hands. What do you guys want to long the top of one of these? But yeah, this is at resistance, obviously. And this starts looking very exciting for a short. I mean, look at this thing up here. If it pops into this guy, this looks beautiful. Yeah, look at that 50-day MA, 618. Okay, that looks really good to me as a short. And then this guy as well. I mean, jeez. Okay, very nice up there. Obviously, lower time frame. You could probably find something lower time frame. But for me, like I like the bigger zones here for like the higher impact. And guys, MOG. If you're sitting in MOG and it blows up this weekend, there's a target. Okay, 639. I mean, look at the numbers on the right here. What the heck's going on? And Lorna, welcome to Chart Hackers. Let's give her a round of applause there. Welcome to Chart Hackers. Welcome to the place where we short, where we long, and where we have a ton of fun. Okay.
Yeah.
7644. Okay, these are your short zones for me on MOG. You can see why, guys. Okay, you're like, just be patient. Fuck me, Dylan's funny. You want to have a short all the time. We love shorts. Okay, we love them. Okay, we love them. 6397 7644. I mean, this looks like some mathematics equations on the right hand side here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. If MOG explodes, guys, like just remember your risk is, as deep as some of these candles. So you can go on a lower time frame, but like this is way too far gone for me to look at this, seriously with any longing. Okay, it's very, very dangerous up here. Look at your big resistance there locally, probably reject in that area. Let's just highlight this quickly. Okay,
I don't know who is watching our show, boss, but we have some giga whale logging the crap out of Zora. Stop, guys. We need to thank you for your attention to this matter. Stop longing Zora.
Oh my God. Okay, so MOG traders, we're gonna hand over to Jay now. Okay, so MOG traders, just to close here. Okay, if you in this thing and you are longing the top of MOG, okay, like go wash yourself off in the shower. There's possibly going to be a rejection here. Okay, at 508. Just be careful up there. That does not look good to me. That looks like a reversal zone. Okay, that's an undercarriage there. That's a 786. It's not a good look for me. And you can see this thing's pretty overcooked here at the moment. So just be careful up there if this does explode. And if it goes any harder, I'll cover you guys on my show tomorrow or on Monday, and we'll talk about shorting this thing up there at those zones. Okay, and welcome 0200. Welcome, sir. How often you stream? Bro, we do this every fucking day. Okay, like I stream every single day on this channel. 2 hours after the US market opens, I am live. I bring some of the team on during the week. Then Saturdays, the Chart Hackers Discord team and myself, we live trade. Okay. And then Sunday, we do it all again. And we just have a ton of fun. Okay. And welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those things here. And just come and hang out with us. This is what we do. We literally do this every single day.
Yeah, super fun.
Hey, I like the stream, dumb shits. Okay, well, that's nice. I mean, I suppose that's polite. Okay, so give us Zora, and let's see if we can squeeze some water out of a rock here. Okay, can we get something out of the Zora? Is it going to give us something?
I don't know.
Oh,
it is bumping quite hard now. on this, literally, as we mentioned it, I was like, wow, this looks interesting. It swept the previous day low, and I longed this little candle right here. And then obviously some other whale in our group decided to sell granny, and then obviously put like a huge candle on here, guys. I mean, thank you for the 8% candle on this token now, but that's absolutely insane. All right. So yeah, I have a feeling it will come down now. So let's see if it comes back down to our 0.5 fib here, guys, and then take the continuation play. I mean, it isn't on a big macro fib, and I don't love to long these tokens off if they're just sitting in the middle of nowhere. So, but it has swept the previous day low, and that is your invalidation for the trade. So if you are looking for a long position on the Zora, you know, I'll be looking here. This EMA here is the 13 on the 4 hour. Sorry, the 5 on the 4 hour here. So I like to play scalp trades off this one. So if it does come back into the zone, I'll be adding to my position and then going from there. We do have the 50-day up a little bit higher, as well as a beautiful undercarriage. I don't know if this thing is really, really that bullish now, or what's happening with this token, why it pops so hard. But there is a possible 17% trade on Zora currently right now. So wait for this one, guys. It's on 0.0767, and you'll have around a 3% stop loss on Zora.
Okay, so guys, you know what to do. Okay, like if you want to long these big candles, obviously you can get yourself in a pickle. Okay, and that is like why we steer away from these things in Chart Hackers. I mean, essentially what we do there is I'm a reversal trader. Okay, so I want to see these drops. I want to see drops into good zones. When everyone is so bearish, that is where we're looking for longs. And when everything's pumping and everybody's screaming breakouts and all these things, that is where we typically are looking for shorts. Okay, and then we have obviously a ton of fun in between. And sometimes we long the top, like you've seen today. We've longed the top of S, we long the top of Dupe. Maybe there is a little bit of momentum, and we can always ride that on the weekend. Remember, if you get a pump on the weekend, you typically want to look for shorts come late Sunday and start exiting positions, because inevitably, you know, maybe 7, 8 out of 10, these guys actually dump the price of the market. Okay, so I'll do a show tomorrow. Chart Hackers, obviously, I'm in the Discord tomorrow night late with DJ and Dave. We do our Sunday banger, and we're going to cover the squad in there. Boys and girls, thank you for hanging. And and that polo guy, yes, so it's indicators. And now if you're a member in the Chart Hackers, you're going to get these indicators for a discounted price. So it's $69 in the show description, or it's $49 in the Chart Hackers if you are a Chart Hackers member. Okay, and I use that. It's a massive part of my trading strategy. I use the divergences, the reversals on resistance, on support, and we go about our business that way. Okay, and it's got me out of jail a lot of times, that thing, when there's lots of pressure to the downside. And I was just talking about that ETH trade the other day. I managed to grow quite big size on that thing in that dump, because it was telling me we were going to get a reversal. So it's a wonderful tool, and there is a link in that show description. Okay, and Obi-Wan says the Chart Hackers indicators page is down. Okay, guys, we're going to deal with that. It will magically be fixed in the show description. Just be patient, have a look just now. We'll deal with it. Okay, boys and girls, boys, thank you. Legends, okay, legends on a Saturday.
Thank you.
And
Cool.
the girls, thank you, girls. There's Heather as well. There she is. And there's a little bit of the Chart Hackers squad. Okay, there's actually a lot more, believe it or not. So thanks for everyone for joining us on a Saturday. We'll catch you guys
later.
Bye.
Cheers.